Hello friends, welcome back to our channel Arcade Data Labs. Today we are going to see one new topic from AWS. Thanks for watching my videos. Yes, today let's go on kickstart with the new topic. Yes, today we are going to see how to send emails via SES. So SES is very popular service in AWS, simple email service that how we are going to trigger SES emails via Lambda function. Here we go. So we are into Lambda function page, so we are going to try and create a new function here. So let me put a function called test mail, and as usual let's try to configure with the runtime Python 3.12. So the moment it takes some time and it will able to create a function newly, and then once we have to do some kind of coding stuffs where we are going to write some lines of Python code in the code editor. Here we go. So successfully we have created a function now, and now I am into the code section. So now I can just simply delete it, and I can just simply able to write a couple of Python functions here. So import JSON, import Boto3. So obviously we need to have a Boto3 client in order to handle or in order to access a couple of AWS other resources like DynamoDB, SES, SQS, even S3 as well. So we want to try to write the import statements first, and then followed by method name def lambda handler event context. That's it. And then followed by, so I will try to write a bucket name here. So let me go to the S3 bucket and see like what is the name of the bucket name. So it just want to we want to have a valid CSV file here. So let's go over here. So let me check sample CSV. So let me take this, and there are a couple of things from the other side we have to cover, that is from SES section. So simply what we can do in the meanwhile, let me open a new tab again here, and we want to validate the and verify the email domains like SES. So simply go to Amazon Simple Email Service. Simple Email Service is one of the easiest way to send emails to third-party email providers via AWS APIs. It can connect to any kind of SMTP. It is already pre-built, inbuilt, configured. Okay, so there is a restriction. So we have close to more than like 1,000 emails we can send like per day, and it is a cloud-based service as well. So what we need to do, just click on these three lines, and there is an identity here, and I have already configured one of my Yahoo Mail ID. So I'm trying to give one more email address added over here, and then I want to validate it accordingly. So I have given the valid email ID here. So I'm just simply going and creating an identity, and then the moment it completes, right, so we want to just validate it from the email which is successfully received. So now, so it is asking us to validate the verification request. It should have been got from our email ID. So if you go here, we would have been received a mail called email address verification request. I'm just simply clicking it. So this is something like a kind of confirmation that email address is very valid. Okay, I'm going back to this page. I'm just refreshing it, and you can even go to the page where you have added it, whether it is successfully added or not. Let me go back to identities. You can able to see the status called verified here. That's so simple. This is one portion of the video coverage. Second, let me go back to the lambda function here. Okay, I'm going to add the file name as well. So let me take a look at the file name. It is sample csv underscore csv. Okay, all right. So we have given the bucket name and file name as well now, and we want to have the, let me try to print out the events. Okay, let me put here, let me have the double quotes. All right, so let me copy paste. Let's try to print bucket name as well and the file names. That's it. This is for just to confirm that we are printing the correct entries. So next comes the important thing, that is subject. So this is something like, formatting one, where we need to get the respect to subject. So it is just like, we usually get the subject from any email that you receive, right? So that is similar to that. So I'm just going to get the bucket name as well, and then followed by, you want to get the client, of course. So we are trying to handle SES service, so we want to make sure that we are using client. So dot client, and then within that you can put SES. So SES, so what it will do, Boto3 client will enable the client called SES in order to make use of it from the Lambda function. Then comes very easy, and then we want to configure all the bodies. So body contents are very customized, as you can do anything as you wish. So let me try. So I'm just breaking the line. I'm just configure a message call. This is a notification mail sent to inform you Arcade Data Labs. Alright. So again, so let me try to take the files whichever we have configured it, right? So as you know, with Python, indentation is very important. So please try to stick to that. Format, and what is the file name? Yes, the first argument should be file name here, and the second argument should be bucket name. That's it. So the body completes. So what we have to do next, message. We want to send a valid message to the SES SMTP template, where it should follow like two different things. So let me open a bracket here, and then we want to get the respect to subject. Then followed by, we need to open up braces here, and then comes the data. So we need to have the data over here configured, and then we need to get the subject. So there are two things. One is we need to have incorporate the subject as well as the body. So now we have completed the subject. So let me close this, and then we need to have the body. So for that, what I'll do, I'll try to open one more braces, and then we will have this data, and then let me try to get the body here. Let me get the response and just check the client where we have connected with the SES. So I'm just simply going to get send email. So this is very important, guys. Send underscore email is a method we can get it from the client SES. So now inside which I'm just going to get it from the source. So these things are very important, from where we need to get it. So I'm just going to configure the mail ID which I have just now recently configured, right? Slash destination. So source and destination is definitely needed. So two addresses, and then we want to give a valid address as well. So I'm just going to send .com bracket. Hope we have closed correctly, and then comes message. So get the message respectively. From message we have already typed it out. All right. Yes. So let me move on to the next section. So now so far what we have given is, we have got the subject, and then we are receiving the subject in the data in the subject form, and then we are getting the body. The contents of the body is received in this body, and then we are feeding into the data here, and then finally we have to get the response respectively, right? So we are using the client, and then we have a configured method called send email, where we have to get both details, like from where it needs to come, source and as well as the destination, and ensure that your braces are completed correctly. All right. So let me try to print as well. Okay. So now we have successfully written a Lambda function in order to send an email to the respective recipients via SES client. Alright, so now let me try to configure the test event. Of course, let me put test event, then try to save it. Of course, yes, and as usual we want to go to the permissions, and of course we will get an issue, right? So hopefully we are going to add the respective SES related permissions over here. So go to add permission, attach the policies, search here with SES, and we will be having an SES full access here. So just try to add this respectively here. Go back to here and then go to the code editor. So we want to deploy all the changes we have been written so far in the Python editor, and then we are going to simply test it. Alright, so there is an issue in line 23. So let me go here in line 23. Okay, subject, body. Okay, so we want to add one more thing here. We want to get an HTML request here, so let's not worry about that. Okay, so we need to be ensuring that how it is actually closing one HTML and the body, and this has been completed successfully. Perfect. So now let me try to deploy the changes again. Let me test the function again. Alright, let me go here. So there is a space issue, it seems. Let me try it out once again. Alright, there is an issue here, Lambda handler. So it's a typo. So now it should be working as per expected one. Let me try to test it out. Alright, so we have been able to get the respective responses from the function here. If you see here, what is the bucket name, what is the file name of the file which we have received, and then the print statement accordingly. Now let me go to the email where I want to get it. So if you can able to see here, you can able to see the message, right? This is a notification mail sent to inform you about Arcade Data Labs. Perfect, right? So we can just make it look safe, and absolutely we can able to, as like this, easily we can able to send email from respective source to recipients accordingly. Hope this video would have given some highlights about like how to configure your SES in order to make Lambda function ready to send the respective emails to any of the recipients. So thank you for watching this video. In my next video I'll be covering a couple of Lambda functions usage as well. Thanks for watching this video. Bye.